Hey everybody, welcome back. This episode is going to be about the Phosban Reactor. I'm actually using the Two Little Fishies on 150 Phosban Reactor. I use a lot of Two Little Fishies products. I believe in their products. I think they're very good. Um, I've actually I actually use their food made by Two Little Fishies or Julian Sprung. I use their food. I use their the other products that they sell also. Today we're going to be talking about their Phosphate reactor, and I'm gonna show you basically how to install one. As you can see right here, I got one hanging here. This is mine. I've been using it. I wanted to test it out, make sure everything works properly and everything like that before I made a video or recommended it to anybody. So this is going to be the 150. They also sell a 550. Unless you got a huge tank, there's no need to ever buy one of those because the recommended media for the recommended tank is about 150. My tank is a 230 with a 45-gallon sump, and I'm using the 150. I mean, on the box it says recommended for one reactor is recommended for 150 US gallons, but the media is what you got to look at. And for the amount of media that you have to use, one reactor would be well enough to support a 300-gallon tank, in my opinion. You can also put other items in the media. Now, if you're doing that, then you can buy 2 of these or 3 of these to put different types of media. I think I'm going to be doing that soon enough. When I do, I'll show you the type of media that I'm using and the reason I'm using them. My tank actually really never had like a major phosphate issue. I actually decided to get the Phosban reactor so I can for preventative maintenance purposes. My rock came from a different tank. Well, part of my rock came from a different tank that was established over 10 years. So my bio load is kind of heavy, so I want to keep my nitrates, nitrites, phosphate, calcium, everything in the perfect proportions, and that's the reason I do all these preventative stuff. I'm soon going to be adding a calcium reactor. I'm just trying to decide on which one to go with and where I'm going to set it up and everything, but once I figure that out, I'll go ahead and let you guys know, and I'll do a video on that. But let's get into this, because this is what we need to talk about, the Phosban reactor. I'm actually, like I said, I'm using the one made by Two Little Fishies. This Phosban reactor only needs about 30 to 40 gallons per hour to run. So I end up getting this ViaAqua powerhead pump. These pumps are very inexpensive, and they got good quality. As you can see right here, the Model 180 in the particular place that I buy them, they go for about $7.99, and you can see here that they're 80 gallons per hour, half an inch output. They have 2 feet maximum, and they're only 5 watts. When buying pumps, I usually look at the wattage because I want to know how much electricity I'm going to be spending, or how much money I'm going to be spending on electricity per month. The reason I do that is because that means that I have to incorporate that into how much coil I can buy per month and stuff like that. You got to make sure that you manage yourself accordingly, because in this hobby you can run ragged and basically spend your whole life saving just trying to make an ocean in your living room. So let's get into setting it up. The media that I have in there is the recommended media, which is the Phosban media. The one I bought is made by let me see. It's made by Two Little Fishies also. I got the 150-gram jar. I placed it inside of this. I placed it inside of the reactor, and that's what you're looking at now. Now, stuff that makes your phosphate go up is like dead snails, like the turbo snails, those very large ones. If you buy a couple of those and you let them die in your system, your phosphates will go up and you will have a problem, especially if you don't remove them. You're going to need 1/2 inch tubing. which you see here. I bought a couple of feet. I think I bought like 6 feet, and I got the leftover in my garage, you know, because they do get dirty and eventually you do have to change them out. But we'll go ahead and show you how this works. As you can see here, there's 2 heads. Sorry about that. There's 2 heads, one here, one here. This is actually the inlet, and this is the outlet. The inlet forces the water down that chamber in the center right there. It goes all the way down to the bottom, and it flows out onto the sides. And basically, you want this to look sort of bubbly, not grinding, and you don't want it to flow all the way up. It comes with this ball valve because obviously you need to adjust the pump that you get. Some people are using like very large pumps, like I think like 180 gallons per hour. I opted to go to the 80 gallons per hour because this is the recommended flow is half of that, and I didn't want to force the pump to work twice as hard to pump out a quarter of the water, which I thought was a good idea for me, and that's me personally. We'll go ahead and you notice I put the heads on. So this is the outlet side. This is going to be the outlet side right here. This is the connecting joint, and then this is the actual heads. You place those here. You adjust the ball valve. We're going to do that once we turn it on. What you want to do is actually get like 2 buckets with regular water, RO water, and you want to pump it because you got to get if you don't want that the media, because when you first start they're telling you that you have to clean it out or you'll get this like brown looking color, and it will last in your tank not a whole day because I accidentally did it because I didn't read the instructions first, but it lasts about a good half a day, you know, depending on what type of filter pads you use and stuff like that. But I have this this Top Phantom protein skimmer here, which I had a little trying to get this Phosban reactor up front. I turned it off and then I kind of messed it up, so I'm working on the adjustments. Let's see, to try to get it running back to normal again. It's gonna take a few minutes. It actually overflowed on me because I left it running, doing some research. So we'll go ahead and plug this in. Bear with me. All right, it's plugged in now. You're gonna see the water bubbles going up. Now you're gonna see movement. What you want to do is you want to watch that movement. You don't want it too much movement where there's too much air going in. You just want the top to slowly grind up and down. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, you definitely don't want that, the water spouts. But here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a very light movement going on, and you basically adjust it until you notice that you have enough flow going through the pump. Once that happens, that's it. You set it and forget it. And I think it's the recommended change for this actual Phosban is every 3 or 4 months or something like that. If you don't want to do that, you can get the other stuff made by Royal Phos. You can get their media, and I think their media you're allowed to change it every 6 months. I have I don't have a Phosban problem, and I don't want to have one, so I'm sticking to this media because, you know, if you buy a reactor and you're going after a specific problem, you want to cure that specific problem. You don't want to go after like, you don't want to buy another chemical made by another company and place it in this Phosban reactor, and you're curing everything but the thing that you were going after. I want to specifically cure my Phosban, so I'm using this specifically made Phosban made by Two Little Fishies. Two Little Fishies is out of Broward County, Florida. I live in Miami-Dade, so I mean it's just a couple blocks away. So I call the company, I can actually speak to a representative there and everything like that, and you know, it works for me, and I've never had a problem with it. And every time I check my phosphate, as I did in I think in my chemical testing video, it was at 0, and this might be the reason. I mean, prior to that, I think my phosphate used to be at 0.2. but now it's at 0. And ever since I put in this reactor, which has been about at least a month or so, I've never had a problem. I've always had 0. My water's never fouled up or anything like that. And the great thing about this is that, you know, even if you forget it and you leave it a little bit over the allotted amount of time, it doesn't leach back into your system. You know, I don't know the guarantees on the other products, but this, they do recommend it for you to change it every so often. You know, so other than that, you can buy like the 1200 gram. You could buy the 1200 gram bottle and just have it lying around, and every time you need some, you can always just reuse it, and that'll save you the trip to a pet store or to a fish store. But if you guys have any questions or concerns, or if you need me to redo the video or do something specific or anything like that, please let me know. But I mean, basically this is like a 5-minute thing to set up. I mean, I didn't do I didn't bleed the system because I can't, due to the fact that I had already set this up. But this is basically how you do it. If you leach the water into your system, like I said, it'll probably be there for half a day or so, whatever, and it's not gonna kill your fish or your stuff, but you might have like a couple black granules go into your main display tank or whatever. After a while, they'll disappear. Your snails will get it, or something to take, or to break down, or to go into the sand. But other than that, this is JB signing off. Thanks for watching. Peace.